What's up guys, Mark from Wandering Souls back with a new collection update video. It's been a while. I've done a vinyl one, and today it's the day that I'm gonna do a vinyl collection update. It must be in December or end of November, somewhere that I did one for the last time. So it's been a while. Here and there I unboxed some vinyl, but a real update, no. But I got some records to show you. I think like 7, do I say that right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 records. Genres, we go everywhere. We have some punk, we have some rock, we have some symphonic metal, we have some thrash metal, and we have a black metal. And this episode also includes one grill for me. So woohoo! Fantastic. Before we go into the update, you are listening to Heaven's Cry with Food for Thought Substitute, which is some fantastic progressive metal. Great band. I showed this one in my Novio Music unboxing. If you guys remember that video, there was this one from. But still enjoy this album. Fantastic album, great stuff. If you do prog metal, go check out Heaven's Cry. Let's have a drink here and let's get into the update. Let's start off with some punk here, a band I mentioned more times on my channel. A band from the Netherlands. It's the Heideroosjes with the new album Infocalyps, released last year. Brand new album. It's been a while that they had released an album because they have quit for some time. Here and there they did some now then a gig, but overall there was no new music. But last year there was a new album. 2020 seems to be really inspirational year for this band, especially for singer Marco Rulos. So he wrote a bunch of songs on that, and that's resulted in this album. All Dutch titles on this one. Sometimes they have also, most of the time they have also English titles on the album. On this album there's no English title, all Dutch. But it's a fantastic comeback album, really full of passion, full of frustration that they have built up during 2020. Of course COVID was one of them, but also all their social media and other bullshit going on in their lives. We thought, let's write some songs about it. First opener track is already out there. 2020 de tering. Well, of course, that's 2020. What a shit year. That's kind of translated to talking about, of course, COVID situation, how bad the year actually was last year. It continues with Huilie Huilie, which is can translate to Cry Baby, Cry Baby. For all people complaining constantly on social media and stuff like that, and the list goes on this album, and there's a lot of frustration. Branding Branden maandag maar, ons cadeau voor de jeugd. Kijk het beest in de bek, haatlozing, Holland brandt. Doe maar alsof je neus bloedt. You know that if you know some Dutch, then you probably understand where this is all going to. I'm not gonna translate all the titles here, but it definitely has some hatred on some stuff here. Style-wise, they are aggressive, but also the more accessible sound they know from them. It's not all completely fast. There's some diversity on the album as well. From this printed inner sleeve here, the band picture here. Yeah, here the bands, the drummer, singer Marco, and then the bass player and the other guitar player. Marco is playing also some guitars here and there, but mostly he does the singing. This one comes on a nice light blue vinyl here. It's really pretty. I love blue vinyl. Awesome. And now it's time to open up the sleeve here. I'm probably gonna replace the sleeve with my own sleeve and keep this one also in the outer sleeve. Really cool stuff, and I like the way they letter in Infocalyps, a kind of Apocalypse Now style-wise font there, and of course the classic Heideroosjes logo. But yeah, really good stuff. Really good comeback album, and definitely enjoy this one. Kind of discovered this album a bit late, but nonetheless, I really enjoy it, and that's what counts, right? Over to two records from one band. You start off with the first one. This is the Offspring with Ignition. American punk bands, active since the 80s and still going on now, and are still really popular, and somehow this is still where the band was really punk, really lineups. This is original was released in 1992 and it's the band's second album, released on Epitaph, the reissue, and this comes with an inner sleeve here, and these are thanks lists, I think, and credits who plays who, 4 members here. And this lineup is still considered the classic lineup: Noodles on guitar, Greg Kay on bass, Ron Belty on drums, and Dexter Holland on vocals. Black Wax, really nice reissue done by Epitaph. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, band's second album. Decent album, still in the punk vein, the early punk days from the band. Not as big as the album that I'm gonna show you next, but this is really a nice pathway after the first album, the self-titled one. This is definitely a step up, and yeah, nice for both of what's to come. 1992's Ignition by the Offspring. And this is the album that made them big, of course. Of course, we have Smash from 1994. This album was the worldwide breakthrough for this band. Everybody got to know this band with this album. At least it was the start. Also, everybody knows the album Americana with this song "Pretty Fly for a White Guy." That album became more experimental. Already started with the album after this one, Ex Neon the Hombre. But this album is still really punk, but has some great hit singles on it, like Gotta Get Away, of course, Go Out and Play, and Self-Esteem, of course, the big hits on this album. Third album, before the experimentation began, and it's probably one of my favorite albums from the band as well. Lyrics on the inner sleeve. And this is also the album I discovered them with, I have to be honest. It's kind of late, but yeah, 1994, yeah, what's late? Yeah, the band's active since the 80s, so it might be late, but before everybody else joined in with their fifth album. Like I said, with the song "Pretty Fly for a White Guy" was the biggest hit they had, probably. But yeah, this is a really decent album. fast bumping, and here and there a bit slower, but overall really punk. Nitro is good. Bad Habit, Genocide, Something to Believe in is really great. Of course, the singles, Smash, you know, really great songs on this. And if you want to start with this band, try this one first, and then you know the real essence of this band. After this one, the experimentation began, so to speak. So yeah, but really good album, definitely worth checking out, guys. Another one was going back into my youth. This is from 1995. This is Therapy with Troublegum, and this is definitely not punk, though there has some roots in it. But classic rock album, really nice. Reissued done by Music on vinyl. I'm really glad that label is still around, kicking some ass and doing some nice reissues. But look at the cover here, and the back has credits and track listing. It's kind of confusing because of a lot of text on the back, but the songs are like here, and this is thanks list and whatever credit stuff. You know, I personally wouldn't put that on the back of the album, but it's just that what the label decided, A&M Records, to looks like the album looked like the back, and yeah. But this is a fantastic album, guys. Nice, Green Major, Hellbelly, Nowhere, Die Laughing, Trigger Inside, Isolation, all fantastic tracks. This is definitely the breakthrough album for this band as well. This is the band's third or fourth album, I can't recall, but something like that. But yeah, fantastic album, and comes with, of course, with the lyric sheet done in the same way as the credit stuff. So I kinda, you know, what's wrong with the regular, how it should look like, and easier to read, but so it is what it is. And the question marks often used after the band's name, Therapy with the question mark. And this comes on black wax, so far only in this color. So Music on Vinyl also intends to release a colored version as the first one and a black version as the second version of this album, but it's only a black version so far, so at least on this color list there is. Haven't seen a colored version from this, never seen it mentioned as well, but like I said, this is a fantastic album. This band's breakthrough. After this album they released Infernal Love, which came out a year later. We had the big single, of course, Diane, a song that everybody knows, the Hanks 2 cover or something. Not really, I think Hanks 2 or something like that. But it's a big single from that album, everybody knows that. But this made the pathway for it, and after those two albums, they kind of get back to the old days, a bit heavier again, and most people already kind of lost sights on this band, but they still released great albums after this one and that one, and definitely band to keep looking into. I had some more albums from them in the past as well, but I all need to rebuy those probably. But I really enjoyed this album, so I thought let's buy it on vinyl again. I had it on CD, and this is a step up for me. Fantastic album. Then I bought an album from Nightwish. This is an album called Dark Passion Play, and this was released in 2007, and this was the first album with Annette Olson on vocals. Vocal-wise, way different than Tarja Turunen, of course. More poppier sounding than Tarja's core of the classical schooled voice. Annette Olson definitely sounds different. But this is a really nice reissue from 2013 on 2 records. Fantastic. And it's a gatefold, so let's open up the gatefold here with a picture of the band with Annette Olson here on the picture. And you have Marco Hitala, Empu, Forinen, Thomas Holopainen, and Yuka, of course, the drummer. Back then, still the drummer. Nowadays, he's not in the band anymore. Well, active as manager, let's put it that way. This is a double album, like I said. Comes with 2 inner sleeves, credits, and a picture. This one is on black wax. It has a second record as well, and of course the second one has a picture and credits and stuff. People who worked on the album credited as well, and the other side has the lyrics and of course the record, kind of the same as the other one, blue label with Nightwish logo. Yeah, I really enjoy this album. A lot of people shit on Annette. I can understand why, because she sounds very different and wasn't the best live singer for the band, I have to be honest. Although I still like her voice, especially on the album. This album just had the bad luck that it was not really written for her voice. The album after this were more specific, written to her voice. This one didn't, but still has some really good songs like The Poet and The Pendulums, probably my favorite on the album. Fantastic song, lengthy, great song. Bye Bye Beautiful, of course, kind of hinting back to the situation when Tarja was out of the band. The single Amaranth, of course. Cage of a Last Breath is great, Massive Passion, Greed, and then I really like The Islander, Last of the Wilds, and 7 Days to the Wolves is also a fantastic song. And the album closes with Meadows of Heaven. But yeah, really definitely an album to look into. Even if you are used to Tires for, just give the album a chance. It's not a bad album after all, and you have to get in mind Tarja has already left for more than 15 years. Come on guys, get over it. Even Annette has already left. We have Floor now for already for 9 years, 10 years almost. Times change, and yeah, just brighten up your horizon, and don't only stay in the past with the Tarja period. I know the Tarja period was the start and brought them success, and was a great time. I miss those days sometimes as well, but I don't get stuck in the past. I just go on with this band, and still enjoying this band. Nightwish with Dark Passion Play. Take a look into it if you are interested, and let me know what you think, guys. You know where the comment section is. Another reissue, and also a music on vinyl. This is the first album reissued by Xentrix, which is Shattered Existence. Phenomenal album, great thrash metal. Let's get it out of the. And this is a limited edition and in colored vinyl. How much is this limited to? 1500, and I've got number 1251, which is stated right here. Fantastic album. UK thrash metal band. This album was really hard to get, and if you find it, it was pretty pricey. And I'm really glad Music on Vinyl has reissued this. It's definitely a grill for thrash lovers. I wanted to have this album. It was not specific a grill for me, but it's definitely one of the albums from this band I wanted to have, and finally glad I have it. A fantastic reissue. Track listing here, and we have thanks list, and of course it comes with more stuff than that. Of course, you have a collage here with pictures from the band and lyrics. And like I said, this is a color vinyl, so here it is. This is a translucent red one. Originally, this album was released in 1989 by Roadrunner, so it was about time they got a reissue. But really glad Music on Vinyl did. The second album is also reissued, and there will be another reissue of it soon as well. I have that in pre-order, but will be out very soon. So yeah, I will have that in as well. And I'm only missing the last album they did. An album I could have picked up, but kind of forgot to pick up. But someday I will pick it up again. But yeah, fantastic UK band. I know people like Margie and Cloudy Mile and are big fans from this band, and I can understand why. Really good band, good songs, good sound, great album. I think Mr. Boulder called it even 10 out of 10 album. I wouldn't put it that way. For me, it's not a 10 out of 10, but if I would grade this album, probably 8.5 or something. It's really good, but a 10 out of 10. I find it a bit too positive, but it's really good stuff. Definitely recommend it if you're a thrash lover. Fantastic stuff, good stuff. Xentrix. And then the last one in this deck, and this is a grill for me. An album I wanted to have for a really long time on vinyl. Only problem is it is not as much reissued as it should be. The first album is already reissued a couple of times, not so long ago. This one was reissued back then, somewhere in 26 or 27 or somewhere in that thing, and never after that period. So it's been way too long, like 15 years, and still not a reissue. So I had to grab a bootleg version of this. Why? Because the original is fucking expensive, almost like €1,000, and I don't have that money for a record, never. So I thought, let's pick up this bootleg, and it's not really bad. It's really well done. Looks fantastic, I have to say. I'm talking about Dissection with Storm of the Lights, Bane. This is definitely a melodic black metal classic. Fantastic album. Band's second album. This is a press done by, I'm trying to look how this label is called. Moonwa, I think. Something like that. But they did really good. I've done really well. Good imaging using the original cover. There's a gatefold with lyrics. And it's on a colored pressing as well. This one is the amber yellowish color. I think it's also released on 2 variants in blue and on black vinyl, I think. Yeah, I wanted to have a blue one of course, but yeah, I misgrabbed that one, that's just too late. But maybe someday if I find it for a nice price, I will pick up the blue one. But it's really well done, it sounds good, it looks great. It's really nice done pressing of this album. so I'm not gonna complain that this isn't an original. Then I'm like, they should have reissued this one already, because it's been way too long. On CD it's reissued, but on vinyl it's way too long ago. It's over 96 pressing or something like that, or 2006, 2007 somewhere pressing, and that's, I think there's also a picture disc pressing somewhere in the vein as well, and never after the pressing it came to an album. I thought, well, I'm not gonna wait that somebody in 2034 or something is gonna repress the thing. It takes way too long. I just want to have it on vinyl, and I just grabbed it. Although the prices of this one already going up, but I think there's sometimes a repress of this one as well. 2020 repress of this one on this label, and 2021 repress. So this label are trying to press this version, so it's really great. And if you can find an original, if you don't want to pay the price for an original, just pick up this one. You can find this on Discogs for like 40-50 euros, somewhere in that vein. It's still expensive, but it's not like 1,000 euros, you know. And so I thought, let's pick up this one. Got this ordered from Sweden, and I think I paid 57 including shipping, and it was pretty fast here, like a week and a half or something, so it went pretty fast. I can't complain here. So it's really well done pressing, and I'm really glad I have this holy grail for me finally on vinyl. I have the first album as well on vinyl, but I still wonder why they didn't use the original cover for that. So and I'm glad I grabbed this also with an original cover, because I kind of wonder if it's gonna be the best if they're gonna use the original cover or not. So so I'm glad with this version. So yeah, that's how it is. So yeah, I'm really glad, happy with this stack of records. I hope you enjoyed this final update, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below which one's your favorite, what are your opinions about the albums, were you familiar with them. Just put it all down there. If you got a request for a reaction video, that's also fine, put it down there as well. I will find it and I might pick it up and as well. Still on doing those, don't worry. More videos will come up, I have more updates to come, so don't worry. I worked on a CD update as well, there's another vinyl update, and yeah, reaction videos of course, and I might do here and there some other videos as well. I'll still keep on trying to deliver where I can. Of course there is something like work and home situation, but I do my best to keep you guys, have you guys something to watch, let's put it that way. I'm still grateful and thankful for all your support, so I really appreciate it. So spread the word, take a look into some new records. I will leave link in the description so you can look them all up. And I want to thank you all for watching, and don't forget to check out Heaven's Cry, and see you guys later with a new video.